الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone. So I was on mute and realized. So let's get started. And as I was saying when I was mute, that we to refresh, we are doing Surah Al-Baqarah, and in the last few ayats we're reading about Bani Israel. So the very last ayat which we finished another class was ayat number 107, and Allah Ta'ala is saying in that ayat that Allah Ta'ala is not only King of the kings who owns the heavens and the earth, and he knows everything, and there's no gonna be no one beside him who could be protector for us in this world and hereafter as well. So Allah Ta'ala is talking about Bani Israel in the previous few ayahs, Bani Israel and people of book, meaning Jews and Christians, like how they were disobeying to their prophets, and they also disobeyed Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as well. They did not believe in Quran, and they never become Muslim. So that's what Allah Ta'ala is talking about. So we're going to continue from ayat number 108 today, inshallah. So ayat number 108. So let's get started with the ayan. Ayat number 108, you can read it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. From which ayat?
108.
What
No, ayat 108 starts after 107. So what you're reading is 109. So when I say ayat 108, it means after 107, right? So 107 finish here. So ayat 108 start from here.
تريدون أن تسألوا رسولكم كما سئل موسى من قبل ومن يتبدل الكفر بالإيمان فقد ضل سواء السبيل. And or do you intend to ask your messenger as Musa was asked before, and whoever exchanges the faith for disbelief and certainly strayed from the right? Are you going to read Salah?
Okay, good. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أم تريدون أن تسألوا رسولكم كما سئل موسى من قبل ومن يتبدل الكفر بالإيمان فقد ضل سواء السبيل. So Allah is saying, do you wish that you ask your messenger as was asked Musa before, as was asked Musa before, and whoever exchanges the disbelief with the faith, so certainly he went astray from the evenness of the way. So Allah is asking us Muslims, Allah is asking the people. Remember the last few ayahs we read that these people, when they were gathering in the majlis in the company of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they were asking similar. So these people who were munafiqeen, who were not Muslims, they were asking, they were saying Ra'ina, and they were like asking him questions while he was explaining about Islam and while he was explaining about Quran and the ayahs coming to him. They were asking questions, and the Muslims who were innocent sitting with them, they didn't realize that these people were doing on purpose. So they didn't know that these people were asking in purpose to interrupt Prophet ﷺ. So Allah Ta'ala is Allah Ta'ala is asking us, so Allah is saying that, are you guys gonna ask Prophet ﷺ questions similar way as people of Musa asked him? Remember, with Musa, Allah Ta'ala gave one example, the example of the cow, when Musa told them that you need to sacrifice a cow, and these people asked all kind of ridiculous questions because they didn't want to do it. So Allah Ta'ala is saying, are you gonna be same people like them who are gonna ask questions for no reason? So there are two reasons why people ask questions. First, one reason is like they really want to understand, they want to learn something, and they're sincere, they ask question, and they ask question and they act on it because they're sincere, and they ask questions because they want to learn about something, right? And when once they get the knowledge, they act on it. And second reason people want to ask questions sometimes is they just want to, they don't want to do it, they want to make fun of it, so they keep on asking questions. But so maybe by asking questions they will get something which gives them an option to not to do it. So Allah Ta'ala is referring to that kind of question here, that when these people are asking questions for no reason, right? They want to ask questions just to disrupt, just to disrupt the session, and they're looking for excuses, so they can find an excuse with which they can find their way that they're not doing anything. So they're saying that don't become like people of Musa, because his people were of that nature. They wanted to ask questions just for the sake of question, because they think that they keep on asking questions because they want to disobey the Prophet. They don't want to do stuff what he's saying, and they're just asking questions so they can find out a way that they can get away with it without doing anything. So Allah saying, and then whoever exchanged the disbelief with the faith, so certainly he went astray. So whoever does this thing, meaning whoever wants to stay as a disbeliever, he doesn't want to believe, meaning he's asking question so he can find a reason for his doing. So when these disbelievers, they don't want to follow Allah, the book and messenger, because they're thinking what they're doing is the right way to do it. So they keep on asking question not to get the knowledge, but to prove their disbelief that what they're doing is good. So they're saying if you are doing that, it means that you don't want to get the guidance, and you are definitely on astray, meaning you're on the wrong path. Okay, Rida, next one. Rida, go ahead, read the next ayat.
From 108?
After 108, yes.
Okay.
You're mute, I think.
I'm not mute. See?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, is it because like it's not actually moving?
Go ahead, read.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ود كثير من أهل الكتاب لو يردونكم من بعد إيمانكم
كفارا
حسدا من عند أنفسهم من بعد ما تبين لهم الحق.
حق. You need to stop here. لهم الحق.
لهم الحق فاعفوا وَاصْفَحُوا حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ.
Okay, good.
And the definition is, many of the people of the book wish they could turn you back to disbelief after you have believed out of jealousy from themselves, even to them. So forgive them and overlook until Allah brings His command. Indeed, Allah has power over everything.
Okay. وَدَّ كَثِيرٌ can you listen to me? وَدَّ كَثِيرٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ لَوْ يَرُدُّونَكُم مِّن بَعْدِ إِيمَانِكُمْ كُفَّارًا حَسَدًا مِّنْ عِندِ أَنفُسِهِم مِّن بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الْحَقُّ فَاعْفُوا وَاصْفَحُوا حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. So Allah is saying in this ayat, wished many from the people of the book if they would turn you back after you having faith to disbelievers out of jealousy from themselves the truth to them became clear, but even after, so forgive and overlook until Allah brings His command. Indeed, Allah on everything is all powerful. So what is Allah Ta'ala saying here? That Allah Ta'ala is saying that many of the people from the people of book, that many of the people who were disbelievers, who did not become Muslim, they had a wish. They wish that people who become Muslim, they also become non-Muslim. Okay, Rida? So they had a wish that the people who have become Muslim should also become non-Muslim. Why they had that wish? Because they were jealous from them. As I said, hasad. They were jealous. They were jealous that these people eventually will go to Jannah and we will go to hellfire. They knew that. But their worldly benefit has stopped them to become Muslim. They knew that if they will become Muslim, they will have to give up on the things which they love to do. They love to drink. They don't want to give up drinking, right? Even this nowadays, if someone wants to become Muslim, he has to give up drinking alcohol. So they say, oh, I love that. Muslims cannot drink alcohol, the wine and beer and all that, alcoholic drinks. It's haram. So they knew that they become Muslim, they have to give up these drinks which they love. They knew that they have to give up working on interest. The Islam prohibits that you cannot take loan on interest or you cannot give money to someone and earn interest. So Islam says that this is haram, you cannot do that. And Islam says you cannot listen to music. Islam says many things which these people love, right? So they say if we have to become good Muslim, we have to give up on these things which we don't want to give up because we love these things. So they were jealous of Muslims, that Muslims have sacrificed. They have sacrificed on these things which are good in this world, and they are working on something which is great, Jannat. They will get to Jannat and we cannot get it. So they say hasad. They were jealous from them. They were jealous from themselves, even after become clear to them the haq, meaning they knew that these people are on the right path. They are on the right path. They are sacrificing themselves for this life. They're sacrificing the enjoyments of this life for a greater cause. And we are working on a shorter cause. We're trying to enjoy in this world, and we cannot give up on these things. And because of that, we are denying Islam. Because of that, we're denying the Prophet. Because of that, we're denying the Quran, because we want our temporary happiness. So they were jealous, and they wish that these Muslims also become non-Muslim so they can go to hellfire with us. So as I was saying that they had a hasad. Hasad is jealousy, right? What is jealousy, Rida?
Something that jealousy is like if someone has this really good thing that you always wanted, like you're so jealous of that.
Right. So someone has something good and you want to have that, even if you don't want to have that, but you wish that this person also don't have it. So that's hasad. Hasad, jealousy. So jealousy is like, if I see something, someone has a very nice thing and I don't have that nice thing. So if I have a jealousy from him, the jealousy means that I wish that that person don't have it, I have it. Or even if I don't get it, he should also not get it. He should not have it.
In cartoons, people say, if I can't have it, you can't have it.
So that's
Like,
hasad.
if I can't have it, no one can have it.
So that's hasad, that's jealousy, that's haram in Islam. Allah says Muslim cannot be jealous from someone else. The jealousy, if Allah Ta'ala has given someone a good thing which you don't have, you need to make a dua to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala gives us as well. But we should never wish that the other person also don't have it. Because it's only from Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala has given him for a reason, and Allah Ta'ala has not given us for a reason. And we need to have contentment, we need to have patience, and we need to make a dua that Allah Ta'ala gives us as well if there's something is really too good. Okay? So hasad is not like, hasad is haram in Islam. So Allah is saying that these people had a hasad for Muslims, that they have become Muslims, and we did not become Muslim for a worldly benefit, and they, even though they knew that the path which they're on is a haq, that's true. So Allah is saying, the Prophet ﷺ, so forgive and overlook until Allah brings his command. So when Prophet ﷺ knew that these people are jealous from us, if we know that someone is jealous from Akbar, how's it? If we know someone is jealous, what's the matter? If we know someone is jealous from us for something, right? We get mad, we get angry. Like, why is he jealous from us? So Allah is saying, Prophet ﷺ, even though you know that they are jealous from you, still forgive them and overlook until Allah brings his command. Meaning until Allah brings a punishment, meaning Allah decides something. You need to forgive. So Allah Ta'ala is giving us an order. If we know someone is jealous from us or someone wants bad from us, we still need to forgive that person. We cannot make this a cause to fight. We cannot fight with people because of these things. Hey, I thought that you were jealous of me, so that's why I'm giving you attitude, or that's why I'm being mean. We need to still forgive that person. Okay, so that's what Allah is saying to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and Allah is telling us that we still need to forgive such deeds. If someone is being mean, someone is being jealous, someone has been jealous from the things that we have, and we know about that, it does not give us a right that we become mean to them, or we become angry to them, or we fight with them. We still need to forgive them, and we need to leave the matter to Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala will ask them on the day of judgment. Allah Ta'ala will give us reward for having patience for that deed. And then Allah says, "Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir," and indeed Allah is all powerful. Meaning Allah Ta'ala is telling us, you don't need to worry about that. Allah Ta'ala is powerful enough to see this matter on the day of Qiyamah. Okay? Yes, Rida.
So if you know someone is like jealous, right, of you, right, you should just talk to them about it, like why you're jealous and stuff.
So if you know
so
someone,
they can feel better.
so if you know someone is jealous on you, you can talk to them, right? So you can tell them, Allah Ta'ala has given me this thing, and I make a dua that Allah Ta'ala gives you as well. So, and then you can explain them jealousy is not good. But if they still want to be jealous and giving you their attitude, then probably there's nothing you can do. But the thing is, you have to forgive them. You have to forgive them, meaning you cannot take a revenge of that act. You have to forgive them, and you have to make dua to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala can take care of the matter, because Allah Ta'ala is saying in this ayat that you just forgive and overlook, meaning let it go that way. So you forgive and overlook, meaning you forget about that. You don't need to think about that. You don't need to put that thing on your head that you keep on thinking and getting you down, and you need to forgive and overlook and do your thing, because Allah Ta'ala is saying himself that Allah Ta'ala is all powerful, and Allah Ta'ala will take care of this matter himself. Okay?
Why do people call him when it's not a he or a she?
Who?
Allah.
Why do we people call Allah He? Because He, His, Allah Ta'ala is talking himself as a His, because when we say He or She, we know who is more powerful. Allah Ta'ala has made males more powerful, right? So when we consider Allah, Allah is all very powerful. Allah Ta'ala is much more powerful than any male. Allah is much more powerful than anything else. But we know, and when we talk about female or male, we consider male as a more physical power and all that. Okay?
Why can't you just call him Allah, not like him or anything?
Right. But Allah Ta'ala is using this is Allah Ta'ala's own book. This is Allah Ta'ala's own word. Allah Ta'ala is referring himself as male. So we are just translating his words.
Even though he's not male or female.
Right. But Allah Ta'ala is telling, Allah Ta'ala is giving us this translation, these words, so so it reminds us that he is something very powerful. Okay? Okay, let's continue. So Sarah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, better read next ayat.
109.
After 109, yes.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وما تقدموا لأنفسكم من شيء تجدوه عند الله إن الله بما تعملون بصير. And the translation is an established prayer and give zakah, and whatever good you send forth for yourselves, you find it with Allah. Indeed, Allah is al-seer. Can you scroll down? All-seer of what you do.
وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. Allah says, and establish the prayer and give the zakah, and whatever you send forth for yourself of good deeds, you find it with Allah. Indeed, Allah of what you do is all-seer. So right away, Allah Ta'ala is giving a solution. In the previous ayat, Allah Ta'ala is saying that, in the previous ayat, Allah Ta'ala is saying, if someone is doing hasad with you, someone is being jealous from you, obviously that bothers you. And Allah says, okay, if that bothers you, you forgive and overlook. Right, we forgive and we overlook, but still, as a human being, we feel bad, right, Rita? We feel bad. It's easy to say for Allah Ta'ala, just forgive and overlook. Okay, we do that, but still, if we still are bothered, what we do? What do we do if we still are bothered? If we know that someone is jealous from us, and we explain to him, hey, don't be jealous, Allah Ta'ala has given us, and he's being mean to us, or he wants to fight with us, he's saying something which we don't like, and Allah Ta'ala is saying that forgive and overlook. How do we do that, right? So Allah Ta'ala is saying, Allah Ta'ala is giving the solution right away. Allah Ta'ala is saying that if you are having difficulty in absorbing that, in doing that, what I'm saying, what do you need to do? You need to establish prayer. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. You need to establish prayer and you need to give zakah. Meaning that you need to turn towards Allah. The moment you turn towards Allah, your mind gets normal. If you are bothered, your mind gets normal. So people, right? So there's a big disease going on. People get depressed, right? Why do people get depressed? They get depressed sometimes because of jealousy. Right? They see someone has too much and they don't have anything. They see someone is very rich and they don't have that much wealth. They see someone has a very good car and they don't have a good car. They see someone has a very good home, they don't have those things. So what they keep on thinking that. They keep on thinking that to an extent they get depressed. So they become jealous, and after jealousy, they become depressed. So Allah says, instead of you being jealous or you being bothered for someone being jealous, what do you need to do? You need to turn towards Allah. The moment you will turn towards Allah Ta'ala, Allah Ta'ala is going to help you. Allah Ta'ala is going to help you turn your thoughts somewhere else. You turn towards Allah, so you don't have the thoughts, and that will help you. You're doing two things. You're praising Allah Ta'ala, you're doing ibadat, you get reward, and you also saving yourself from all these diseases. So Allah says, how you do that? You establish prayer and you give zakat. So you establish prayer, meaning when you do namaz, what are you doing when you're doing namaz? Namaz is something you are talking to Allah Ta'ala. You're doing for Allah Ta'ala, right? So you're talking to Allah Ta'ala, you're near to Allah Ta'ala, and then you give zakat. And when you give zakat, meaning when you give zakat, you help poor. Sometimes some poor person is jealous from you, right? A relative or someone is jealous from you that you have a lot of money and they don't have much. So when you give zakat, you fulfill their needs. They're happy as well, right? So they will, instead of being jealous from you, they will like you. They will like you that hey, you have the money, you're enjoying a good life, but you're also helping them as well by zakat. Right? So Allah is saying that you establish prayer and he gives zakat. And देखो कहाँ गया चुका अकबर देखो चुड़ा का मार दिया अकबर अकबर दो देखो हम जबार गया. So Allah says that you establish prayer and he gives zakat, and whatever you send forth for yourself of good deeds, you will find it with Allah. Meaning whatever good deeds you do, whatever good deeds we do, what happens with deeds? Those deeds goes toward Allah, right? So if you do namaz, you do zakat, you do hajj and all that, the reward Allah Ta'ala gives, right? And that reward Allah Ta'ala is going to give us when we go to Allah, meaning after we die. Right? So Allah says, whatever good deeds you do, definitely Allah Ta'ala is going to give you reward for that because Allah Ta'ala has that. Inna Allah bima ta'amaluna basir. And indeed Allah is all, Allah Ta'ala knows about everything. Allah Ta'ala is seeing everything. So whatever we are doing, Allah Ta'ala knows about it. If we're forgiving people, we're having hard time ourselves, and then for that we turn towards Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala knows that. Allah Ta'ala says, don't think that you're too miserable because someone has more and you don't have more, or you're miserable because you have more and people are jealous of you. If you're too miserable, as long as you turn towards Allah Ta'ala, Allah Ta'ala knows that. Allah Ta'ala is going to reward you because Allah Ta'ala is all seer. Allah Ta'ala knows about that. Allah Ta'ala is seeing you in what condition you are. Okay? Yes, Umar, you have a question?
Yeah, what does repressed mean?
Depressed is like when you are sad. Depressed being okay, first thing is being sad. If you see someone has really good thing and you don't have it, right? So sometimes you become sad. You become sad out of jealousy. So we read that hasad, right? So sometimes that's a form of being sadness. Like you're sad, the different things can make you sad. So sometimes you'll be sad.
I meant, oopsies, I didn't mean to say depressed, I meant repressed.
Repressed, where do you read that? Where is
Never
repressed?
mind.
Did we read that word yet? Is it in here? So let's focus on what we're reading, Umar. If you're asking something what we read, I will answer you. But if you're asking something else, I don't know.
No, because you said it.
No, I said depressed. I didn't use repressed. Depressed.
Is repressed even a word?
Huh?
Is repressed even a word?
I don't know. I don't know if repressed is a
Search
word.
it on Rukus, and
So
then you'll have
I'm talking about depression, Umar. I don't know what repress is. I said depress from depression.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
Uncle, आपका जैसे करी साहब आपका इंटरनेट सही नहीं आ रहा आपका मेरा तो अब सही हो गया
सही हो गया? Okay, good.
पहले होता येलो अब हो गया येलो.
Okay, no problem, beta. Any question anyone have on this ayat which we read? Yes, Akbar, you have a question? Okay. So let's continue. Ayat number 111. Alina, are you there? Alina is not there. Umar, read next ayat.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بلى
Where are you reading?
Hmm?
You need to read from here. وَقَالُوا
وقالوا لن يدخل الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى تلك أمانيهم قل هاتوا برهانكم in kuntum sadiqin.
Sadiqin.
Sadiqin. I have a question.
Yes.
What does tilka mean? Oh, never mind. It says the meaning.
Translate it.
Okay. And they say none will enter
Paradise.
paradise except one who is a Jew or a Christian. That is their wishful thinking. Say, bring your proof if you are
Truthful. وقالوا لن يدخل الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى تلك أمانيهم قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين. So Allah is saying, and they said, never will enter the paradise except who is Jews or a Christian. That is their wishful thinking. Say, bring with proof if you are those who are truthful. So Allah is talking about people of book again, that these Christians and Jews, they used to say that, they still say actually, they say that no one will enter paradise except a Jew or a Christian. So that's why they didn't become Muslim. They thought that they're still thinking that the people who will go to paradise is going to be only Jews or Christians, and the other religion people are not going to go to paradise. So Allah is saying to Prophet ﷺ, ask them, do they have a proof of this? Where are they bringing this thing? Allah saying that ask them, where are they bringing such thing if they are truthful? Do they have any proof? Did Allah send in any book saying that only Jews and Christians will go to paradise? Did Allah send? Did any prophet said that? If anything like that happened, show us a proof. Show us a proof in a book which Allah gave them from that book, or any saying or prophet. They don't have anything. This was just their wishful thinking, right? So Allah just using their words that they say that, but it's not true. This is just their wishful thinking. And for Allah asking Prophet ﷺ that ask them if they have any such proof anywhere to show you, which they don't have. Okay? Okay, Ahmad, next ayat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Which one we need to read? 112.
Yes, beta, after 111 from here. Bala.
بلى من أسلم
من أسلم
وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربه ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Yes, wondered.
Whoever
submits had faced
himself
to Allah and is good door then has revealed is what has a Lord, and no fur will be onto nor will be
They grieve.
they will eat.
Okay. بلى من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربي ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Allah says, yes, whoever submits his face to Allah and he is a good doer, so for him is his reward with his Lord, and no fear will be on them, and not they will be grieved. So Allah is saying that whoever submits his face towards Allah, meaning whoever looks upon Allah, whoever relies on Allah, whoever trusts in Allah, turns his face towards Allah, meaning when do we turn our face toward Allah? We turn our face towards Qibla when we do namaz, right? So we turn face towards Allah. So that's one way. So we turn face when we're doing namaz. So Allah is saying whoever does namaz. That could be a meaning as well. It also means whoever turns face towards Allah, meaning whoever accepts what Allah is saying. Whoever follows what Allah is saying. So whoever follows what Allah is saying is the same thing as turning his face toward him, right? If someone is talking to you, when you turn your face towards him, it means you're listening. You're listening, right? You're listening and you want to listen to that person. So Allah is saying, whoever listens to Allah Ta'ala and follow His commandments and does good doers and do good deeds for him, so for him there's a reward from Allah Ta'ala. So definitely for them there's a reward from Allah Ta'ala, and no fear will be on them, and they will not be grieved. No fear meaning with the day of Qiyamah. The day of Qiyamah, when everyone will be fearful, because that day is very horrible and it's going to be very bad. So they won't be fearful because Allah Ta'ala will help them, and they will not be grieved. Grieved meaning the person who have done bad, they will be grieved that, oh, Allah Ta'ala gave us one more minute, so or one more time, some time in the world, so we can go back and do some good deeds. So they won't have that grief because they have already done good deeds. It's just like when you go to exam, and in the exam there's a question which you need to answer, and you know that you could have read certain part of the book to answer this thing, and you just wish, oh man, if I had one more minute, one more hour, I would have read that to answer this thing, right? So you have a grief. You have a grief for that. So that day they won't have a grief because they have already done the good deeds. They have listened to Allah Ta'ala and they have followed Him to do good deeds. So they won't have any fear, because they knew the angels will tell them that you will go to Jannah. Don't be scared. Allah Ta'ala is going to help you because Allah Ta'ala has been merciful to you. So you no need to scare. You don't have to have any fear. So they won't have any fear and they won't have any grief. Okay? Any question anyone have? Okay, so if there's no more question, we're going to wrap it up here today. And inshallah, we can continue from next ayat, the next class. So the last ayat we read today is ayat number 112. So at the end, we make a dua. That Allah help us read Quran more, read more, and help us become good Muslims. Allah